The most important things on the session was that, of course, except that I presented offer of our SSLGuru.in, was that we need, in fact, all of us, I mean me and our resellers, need to wake the awareness of our potential customers. The penetration of the market in India is less than 1%, and we need to do anything or everything what's needed to make it higher. Let's say in 2-3 years, 3-4% is, I think it's possible, and we need to make a hard job and put India much higher on the statistics of safety in the internet. I'm representing SSL Guru. It's a service that we have almost over 100 SSL certificates in one place. We are working as an aggregator. We work with very big names in the SSL industry. Let's start with some statistics right now. In well-developed societies, these statistics were made by Symantec, so you probably know the company. 55% of internauts know that they should check presence of a green bar in a browser. 60% feel safer when a green bar is in the browser. 80% is looking for a closed padlock while they're browsing internet. And 81% is checking if the protocol on the web page has changed from HTTP to HTTPS. There are very important numbers about it because according to my investigation, in India is less than 1% of secured servers. So it means a lot of work ahead of us and a lot of money ahead of our partners. 82% of internauts recognized that protecting their data is a top priority. You know what's going on everywhere. Frauds, scams, and other interesting words. 75% have just clicked X in the corner when they saw that this website is not secured at all. You know what does it mean for you or for your customers. You just lose your money. As I always say, this attention to security is so important right now. It could be a joke, for instance, but like a month ago, I spent some time in Moscow, Russia. Hello to any Russians around. And I was using my credit card. I mean, I was using it for like 2-3 years already, like 1,000 times in 10,000 different places all around the world, including Asia, and I had no problems at all. And suddenly, after first use, I was so devastated after the flight, and I was so hungry, and I went to the first ever restaurant. It was like almost midnight, so there was not much choices. And I took and paid for some meal, and I lost my card from my eyes for like 10 seconds. And unfortunately, the next day, my card was charged another $1,000. So this was in the real world. And it happened to a guy like me, who has open eyes all the time. And try to imagine what happens on the internet when many people just don't know what they are doing. They are clicking like crazy cows, everything, what pops up, and then some problems occur with the credit card, with data, with trillions tons of spam and stuff like that. So stop paying hackers, start paying attention to what you're doing on the internet. Just be aware of security that you could use. One of the most important things you could probably see on the internet, or maybe if you are a victim you don't see it, is a man-in-the-middle attack. We have you can see this is a blue computer and white computer. And let's say those two guys are chatting to each other or exchanging important data between them. And there is another guy, the red guy, who is intercepting the transmission. Blue one and the white one doesn't know about that the red one exists. But in fact, all transmission is going through the red one. It means that the guy can do whatever he wants with the transmission. He can alter transmission, he can change data, or he can stop it whatever he wants. But normally, the transmission follows, and the blue one and the white one will never know that the red one is reading the emails, is taking the credit card information, and so on. You could say, okay, that I made a mistake. I lost my credit card because I have to just cancel it, of course, and it never happens to you. Of course, it's not true totally. If you ever used the Wi-Fi, which was never secured, if you used HTTP instead of HTTPS, if you use computers like in internet cafe somewhere in Bangkok, for instance, if you don't check what's inside your emails and you just click everything, you are a potential victim. The one and easy solution, in fact, is SSL. As you probably know, because it's ResellerClub Summit, so most of guys, you know what I'm talking about. So secure socket layer is very popular and very easy to install and to buy right now way of securing your business. In different OS and browsers, you can see it differently, but most of the time you can see padlock or closed padlock, which is the best. If you see padlock that is crossed with the red, you probably don't use it. And the green bar, which is presented on the screen. On which pages you should definitely use secure transmission using SSL. All sign-up pages, login pages, when you are ordering something, for instance, you're buying something on the internet, any kind of forms to fill out when your customers are filling out with their data, any chat systems, web chat or Skype, fortunately right now, or any other things that you can put any data which are critical to you. According to new standards, since 2011, the minimum key length for creating an SSL certificate is 2048 bits. It's nothing really special about it, but one thing is so special because about 3 weeks ago or something like that, Microsoft announced happily that by default they will all sites that they will use only 1024 bits will be by default deactivated. So it means when you buy probably Windows 8 and the site will carry very old 1024-bit certificate, you will see that of course there is a certificate, but it's not really good enough. So there is another place for you, so you could sell new SSL solutions to your customers. Also, protocols are improved right now, SSL 3.0 and TLS 1.2. So the older ones should be upgraded to those. The buying certificate is not the only thing you should do. It's very critical that you should take care about installation issues with the certificate. There are many people that are buying certificates, but they are installing it in the wrong way, and it means that it just don't do what it should. You need to remember the renew date about certificate because it doesn't last forever. So if you have a 1-year certificate, just about a month before it ends, just prepare yourself to renew it again. And remember that not the cheapest certificates not go for every solution you would like. You need to measure what kind of certificate is needed for that, for yourself or for your client. Price is not the only factor. Why I'm talking about the installation problems, our colleagues from Qualys have checked over 1 million websites with SSL, and they come up with kind of strange thing. Only 9 sites, I mean not now 9,000 or 99,000, 9 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sites among those 1 million sites had the perfect installation of SSL. Other ones, 67% of them were incorrectly configured. What does it mean? For instance, you bought SSL for site A.com, but unfortunately your admin installed it on site B.com. It doesn't go that way. 54% servers still supported SSL 2.0, which is not good enough for now. 20% guys had placed unencrypted links on encrypted pages. What for you buying SSL is like building a fence around your house and leaving big holes in it. It's crazy. About 15% were still using dangerous cookies, and 54% were not using SSL for authentication of user. So for login, for instance, for logging to the system. Now a few words about us. We are searching for partners in India. We are, as I said before, we are aggregators, so we have agreements with all those 9 CAs mentioned right now. In our offer, we have more than 100 SSL certificates. It's a lot. We have a program with silver, gold, and platinum status. So every one of you can just start with us. We have very great conditions for this event, starting from $300 prepayment for silver status, which normally is $2,000. We also have sign-up bonuses. So if you guys interested, I invite you to G2. Our booth is close by. And sign-up bonuses are up to $500 at this event. We are also using pay-as-you-grow. So if you don't want to invest a lot to get the platinum status from the beginning, you can start with the lower status, and when you add more money again and again, and when you cross the border to another status, we are changing your prices to be better. So all your spendings are counted. As I said, we have over 100 SSL certificates. You can order it in an old-fashioned way on the web page, or you can just write a few lines of code and connect to our API. We can guarantee the lowest prices on the industry, and there is no limitation to access to your money. I mean, we do not have any kind of expiration date for the account. We do not charge any activation fee, administration fee, yearly fee, partner fee. There's imagination is big in many partnership programs. Sometimes they charge a few hundred just because we are not doing that. And we support our partners with our knowledge and know-how. So you are dealing with your customers. We are totally transparent, and we are dealing with you, solving your issues, helping you out. For demanding customers, we've built up API. So if you have a little bit of time or resources, you can just write few lines of code and communicate with our system automatically. And there is no fee for using API too. More information you can find in our booth, G2, and there's a special website on sslguru.en/resellers, so you can take a look at that. I just wanted to remind you that at 5:30, as I remember, we are drawing the new shiny iPad, and if you still have some business cards with you, you can just go to G2 and drop your card, because unfortunately I cannot take my part in this, but you can. If you have any questions, just drop by our booth.